guys, I hope you're all doing really well. In this video I wanted to talk about calculating comparative advantage, and in particular I'm going to look at those sorts of questions, maybe like I've got here, where you're given details about the production possibilities of two people or sometimes two different countries, and these countries or people can make two different sorts of things. So in my example here I've got Jack and Mary, and they can make radios or TVs. The numbers in the cells there, they represent production possibilities. So essentially, if Jack completely specializes in radios, he can make 4. If Jack completely specializes in TVs, he can make 6, and Mary's numbers are given the same interpretation. Okay, good. So comparative advantage, a person has a comparative advantage in the production of some good if they have the lower opportunity cost. What's key about these sorts of questions is that we're going to frame our understanding of opportunity cost in terms of how much of one good that a person, or if your example has a country has to give up in the production of another good. So we're going to think about how many radios that Jack has to give up if he makes a TV, or Mary, how many TVs she has to give up if she makes a radio, etc. Because it's the case that the production possibilities table that I have here represent production possibilities, the table really clearly outlines at least a type of opportunity cost. Basically, if Jack spends all his time making radios, he can make 4, but he spends no time making TVs, so he gives up 6 TVs. So Jack's opportunity cost of making 4 radios is 6 TVs. Likewise, if we wanted to understand Jack's opportunity cost of making 6 TVs, well, if he made 6 TVs, then he didn't have any time to make radios, so he would be giving up 4 radios. And again, Mary's figures can be interpreted the same way. The important thing here with comparative advantage is that to assess who has the lower opportunity cost, we need our statements of opportunity cost to be in terms of the same number of the production of each good. So my strategy for working out these sorts of questions is just to modify the numbers in the table in a systematic way to get our statements of opportunity cost in terms of just one of the type of good. So let's think about radios first, and we'll think about Jack. Jack gives up 6 TVs if he makes 4 radios, but we want it just in terms of 1 radio. So what do we need to do to 4 to make it into 1? Well, we divide by 4, we divide it by itself. But to keep the ratio, we have to divide the number of TVs by 4 as well. So we get 6 over 4, which is equal to 3 over 2, which is 1.5. So if Jack makes 1 radio, he gives up 1.5 TVs. We can do the same thing for Mary. So if Mary makes 3 radios, she gives up 9 TVs. But we don't want the opportunity cost in terms of 3 radios, we want it in terms of 1 radio. So what do we need to do to 3 to make it into 1? We divide by 3. To preserve the ratio, we need to divide the other side by 3 as well. And here it's clear that if Mary makes 1 radio, she gives up 3 TVs. So now we can write those opportunity costs down. So let's do the same thing but for TVs. So we know that if Jack makes 6 TVs, he gives up 4 radios, but we don't want our opportunity cost in terms of 6 TVs. We want it in terms of 1 TV. What do we need to do to 6 to make it into 1? We divide by 6. So I'm going to make sure I divide the other side, the number of radios, by 6 as well to preserve the ratio. So we get 4 over 6, which is 2/3. Let's do the same thing for Mary. Mary can give up 3 radios if she makes 9 TVs, but we want the opportunity cost in terms of 1 TV. So we divide 9 by 9, and the other side, the number of radios, by 9 as well. And we can see that Mary's opportunity cost of 1 TV is 1/3 of a radio. Good. So the reason why I've normalized this all to 1 is because now we can figure out comparative advantage, because we can compare the 2 opportunity costs for each of the goods. So Jack's opportunity cost of 1 radio is 3 over 2 TVs, 1.5, and Mary's opportunity cost of 1 radio is 3 TVs. Since this is the case that 3 over 2 is less than 3, then Jack has the lower opportunity cost, so Jack has a comparative advantage in the production of radios. Likewise, we can compare the opportunity cost for TVs, and we can see that Jack gives up 2/3 of a radio if he makes 1 TV, but Mary only gives up 1/3 of a radio. Subsequently, Mary has a comparative advantage in the production of TVs. Okay, I hope that helped. Please check out my channel for my other videos, like and subscribe. I hope you guys are really enjoying studying economics. Have a great day.